Can I take you back to when you were 21? You were sold by your boyhood club, Liverpool, to Huddersfield. And I know that hit you pretty hard. You've spoken about that in the past. To go from there, where you were 6 years ago, to where you are now for club and for country, that's a pretty extraordinary journey, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And I think back and I look at where obviously I was playing before. And like you said, I left Liverpool out alone at Sheffield United in League One. And then we went to Huddersfield. But it was something where I never thought about things too far ahead. I was always focused on the present, on trying to improve and trying to get better. And I was lucky that a club like Wolves come in for me. It was an amazing club to come in for me at the time, and I'm honoured to play for them. But to get this call now is absolutely incredible. So looking back, it's been a hell of a journey, but it's something where now that I'm here, as I said, I'll try and embrace it as much as possible and help this team as much as possible, whether that be in training or come games.
Just do take us back to when you left Liverpool and what you were thinking. And honestly, if someone had said to you then that eventually the day would come that you would get into the England squad, what would you have said?
It wasn't even spoke about. It wasn't even thought of. I'll be honest with you. I grew up and I played in a couple of young ages when I was a kid, but to get to the senior team is absolutely amazing. When I left Liverpool, it wasn't really something that I thought of, obviously playing for the national team, but it was something where I just wanted to play football. That was all I wanted to do. I had a loan spell at Sheffield United, which was incredible for me. It's a fantastic football club, and I just wanted to keep on playing football. And luckily, I'd done that at Huddersfield, and I was lucky enough that a club like Wolves came in for me. So, but in terms of your question about playing for the national team, that's never been thought of. Even in the last 2 years, it's always been a dream, because since we got to the Premier League, it's something you don't think about going to your national team. Honestly, it's not something you think about, because you feel like that's the pinnacle of any Englishman's career. So now that I'm here, I'll enjoy it as much as possible.
Hey, Conor. I wanted to quickly just take you back to something you said to Jamie Carragher on his podcast a few months ago, when he asked you about your ambitions to play for the England squad. Do I think about ever really getting into the squad? No, I'm quite realistic of where I am, and I just focus on the situation I'm in. So obviously 5 months later, you making it into the England squad, I want to send congratulations to you. Thinking about your journey, starting back from Liverpool and then being to where you are now, what do you think it says about your mental fortitude and drive to want to continue to be better and improve every day and ultimately get this call up to the England squad?
Yeah, I think I'd like to look at myself on being mentally strong. That's something that I'll always like to think I have. It was something where I've always just wanted to play football. Honestly, I always look at myself and I just want to play football games. And I've been lucky enough to play a lot of games at the clubs I've been at. And it's something where that will never ever change for me. That's all I want to do, just be involved in football matches. So to get to the point where I am now is incredible, because as I mentioned, to get to this point in the England national team is something I've dreamed about my whole life. And you look back on that interview with Cara a few months ago, and honestly, I've always been realistic. That's something that's in my head. That's something that I think about all the time, about being realistic of where I am. And now that I'm here, I'm absolutely honest. So I'll try my best to help this team as much as possible.